Give me just a second, guys. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm live. It says that I'm live. Let me see. All right, hold on a second. Okay, I think I'm live. All right. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for checking out episode 13 of GPA Saturday. As you guys recall, last week we had to cancel because of Hurricane Harvey. I just didn't know what to expect as far as internet connection, electricity, and all that stuff. But for the most part, I was actually fine. Praise God, because a lot of people got hit hard. I do want to thank everybody for all the prayers, all the thoughts, all the wonderful comments, and everything that you guys put in my comment section and the messages that you guys sent. I really appreciate that. It really let me know that there's a lot of people out there that care more about things other than just comics. So, but no, it's good. And I know you kind of can't help it because you see it all over the news, and Hurricane Harvey was just everywhere. And as a matter of fact, they're still showing a lot of that stuff on the news. But look, thank you for the prayers. Also, if there's anything that you guys can do to help other people out, please do so. Try to get plugged in, try to get connected with somebody, because I think every little bit counts. My wife has been out volunteering. One of the things that she took notice of that a lot of people were not taking into consideration is some people were donating like medicine, hygiene. I'm a diabetic, and so some people were donating like test strips, lancets, insulin, stuff like that. So if anybody can just donate, do anything like that, please do so. Anything helps, that's for sure. But we're going to go ahead and continue with episode 13. I'm going to kind of take things and do it a little bit of a different direction today, but we're still going to cover some GPA stuff. I apologize if I'm not going to get to everybody's stuff today. I haven't got a lot of requests as far as things to look up on GPA. But shout out to Rag. I know Rag was communicating with me last week, and he had some things that he wanted me to look up, and I told him I would look it up and then get back to him like a few days ago, but I completely forgot. Guys, I've been pressing so much. I think I've pressed like 30 books over the past week, which is a lot for me. So real quick, shout out NLC Productions. What's up, man? And it's Fating Out. What's up, brother? Fate, I'm gonna just call you Fate, man, because your name is a little too long. But I'm gonna get your stuff out probably by the end of the weekend. A lot of people's stuff I'm actually pressing. And as a matter of fact, Fate, I think I asked you a question, man. I think I asked you if you that Maximum Carnage Part 1, the Spider-Man Unlimited #1, is that the only Maximum Carnage that you needed? Because I have some extra copies that I could just throw in if you needed some extra Maximum Carnage storyline. So let me know, man. Let me know. But anyways, we'll go ahead and do this. What's up, Rogue 121 in the house? Let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh. Share. A couple plugs real quick, everybody. Don't forget, if you guys need any pressing, I'm getting way better at it. I'm amazed at how much I'm learning about this entire service. And the more I learn, the more I actually enjoy doing it. Some people call it restoration. I don't, because it's not really restoration, but the name just sounds cool. So I tell some people that, yeah, I'm into book restoration. But anyways, if anybody needs any pressing services, please let me know. Even though I do realize it is more of a local thing, Please take advantage of this, because what I've got going on right now, this is not going to last forever. Trust me. Once I build a customer base and I get a strong presence, I'm not going to do a whole lot more promotions. Okay. So you got a good 6 months or so. Please take advantage of that, guys. Please, please, please. Also, I'm set up for my 6th affordable auction a week from tomorrow. Yes, it's coming so quickly. It's coming. I just can't believe how fast these things go now, but I plan on having some bigger books. I know a lot of my past auctions have had, pretty like cheap dollar stuff, $5 stuff, $10, and in some cases $20 stuff. But on average, I think my books range between the $10 and $20 range. I plan on having some bigger books. Check us out a week from tomorrow, September the 10th. And if you notice, it's going to be an hour earlier. Reason being is because football is starting, and I need to figure out a schedule that is good for myself as well as people that want to watch football. Now, I wanted to move to Fridays, but I'm still not sure about that. So I plan on, at least in the meantime, sticking with Sunday, even though I hate competing with football. But anyways, I'm going to stick with it for now. It may change, but I'm set for my 6th affordable auction, September the 10th at 6 p.m. instead of 7. Also, check me out on Instagram. Guys, real quick, I'm thinking about deleting my Twitter account. I just don't use it. To me, Twitter is kind of pointless. I don't see a whole lot of purpose in it unless you're like a celebrity, because I have friends that have over 1,000 Twitter followers, and every time they post something, they get like 1 or 2 likes, maybe 1 comment. So I don't utilize Twitter, and I'm seriously considering maybe not deleting it, but just not using it, because it just doesn't serve any purpose for me. So just kind of want to throw that out there. But check me out on Instagram. Also, let me see here. Thursdays, JLS Comics, Comic Conversation. We've moved from Tuesdays to Thursdays at 8:30 Eastern. Guys, check us out over there. Myself, Jesse, Justin, and Buckshot 33, Chris. We had our first one actually just the other day, and it was pretty good. I thought it was a very positive, show, a lot of positive feedback, and I kind of took notice of some things that that kind of direct us in more of a positive direction other than Tuesdays. So, I'll talk about that later or another time. But anyways, Thursdays, 8:30 Eastern, Comic Conversation over at JLS Comics. Check us out, guys, if you can. And then last but not least, comicbook.com. Jesse is a huge writer over there, and Justin over at EXILESTATE Comics, he's a managing editor. Those guys cover a lot of things over on their website. Well, it's not their website, but it's a website that they help out with. But they are looking for writers. If anybody wants to do some writing, write some articles about whatever the case may be, hit up Justin. I'm pretty sure he could help you out. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into this because we don't have a lot of time. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, Fate. Now I can look up Secret Wars. I got to look up a few things that Rag wants me to look up first, but I'll definitely do that. You don't have any Maximum Carnage. I'll throw in like maybe a couple extras, fading out, because I was just trying to figure out if you were just trying to start or complete a Maximum Carnage run. That's why you wanted that Spider-Man Unlimited #1. I wasn't really sure. I just wanted to ask. Jason Jenkins, what's up, man? Jason Jenkins in the house. Okay, Fate Now says it's his first Maximum Carnage. I'll say this, Maximum Carnage was huge back in the day when it came out. I mean, it was huge. I mean, it was so memorable. I kind of fit it in the category of like the Death of Superman or the Nightfall series where Batman got his back broken. It was just a huge, huge event that crossed all Spider-Man titles. Great, great series. Great, great story. All right. So Let me see here. Okay. So I'm going to look up some things that Rag718 wanted me to look up. He wanted me to look up Siege number 3, and it was like a Deadpool variant. Now, man, I'm not sure which one because there's a 2010, 2015. I'm going to say it's a 2000. Nope. That's not it either. Let's see if it's a 2010. Number 3 Deadpool variant. Man, sorry about this. Oh, this one. Okay. Okay, so he wants me to look up this 2015. Wait, no, this can't be it. I'm sorry, guys. So it looks like Deadpool number 9. If this is the right one, it's not Siege number 3. It's a Deadpool number 9. Let me go back here. Yo, all these variants, it's really hard to keep track with. Oh, but there's so many freaking. All right, Rag, I'm gonna have to go to another one, bro, because it's too much to look through right now. I don't have a whole lot of time, but I'll go ahead and go to the X23 number 1 Del Auto cover. When it comes to these variants, guys, you have to be very specific because we're in the variant age. Let's just be honest. We are in the variant age, and there are just too many variants out there for people to keep up with. Me personally, I don't collect variants, so I'm not even going to put myself out there. X23 Del Auto. It's got to be this one, right? X23. What year is this? 2010. Here we go. 2010. This might be. We might have something here. And he wants me to look up a Del Auto cover 9.8. Okay, I think I got it. Here we go. Oh, wow. Holy crap. That is an expensive book. Okay, so I think I found what he wanted me to look up. It's the X23 Volume 1, number 1, Del Auto variant cover. My God, this is $1,000 book. I had no idea that some of these variants get that much. Dang. Okay, so there you go, Rag. The 9.8, it dipped a little bit, but not a lot. It still had a high. It actually peaked out at its highest this year at $1,750. Now, even though the last sale is $1,350, the average, the 90-day average, it's still like a $1,500 book. So, hey, man, if you got that book, man, kudos to you, man. That is a strong variant. So also he wanted me to look up Ultimate Fallout number 4. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Ultimate Fallout number 4 in a 9.8. And it is a, I don't even know how to spell that last name. Um, I'm assuming it's this variant because there's only two Ultimate Fallouts number 4. This is the other variant. It's a almost a $1,400 book. It's at least a $1,300 book over the last 90-day average. So not many of them were sold this year, but they're still going for more than what they went for last year. So, man, what the heck? I don't even know what this book looks like, man. Let's see if I can find out real quick. Oh, this right here. It's got to be the only variant because, dang. So there's still a day and a half for this book, and it's already at $200 over on eBay auction. Man, that is crazy. That's a gorgeous cover, though. So it's got to be this right here. It's got to be what Rag wanted to know. So there you go, man. I mean, those are some two strong variants. That's a $1,300 book. He gave me a lot of stuff to look up. Holy crap. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. Let me look up real quick. Of course, GPA wants you to be super specific. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 land variant. And a 9.8, I assume. I love all these variants. Now, with the expensive priced comics that Rag has me look it up, I can only assume it's this one right here. Variant edition. It's an $800 book. Wow. The average is $864, but it still peaked out at $997. Man. So there you go, Rag. It's almost $1,000 book. Bro, if you got these expensive variants, man, shoot. You're onto something, my friend. You're onto something. All right, couple more books. Y the Last Man, number 1. I don't even know what the heck that is. Y the Last Man. What the heck is that? Number 1 and a 9.8. Okay. Man, that's an expensive book too. It's a $600 book. Last 90 days. What the heck is that, man? Because it peaked out at $1,200 one time. Is that like based on a movie or something? Man, that is expensive. According to GPA right here, it did peak out at $1,200 last year, but it's cut in half almost. And it appears to continue to go down. But if you have that book, it's at least about a $600 book right now. All right. Let me look up a couple more that he's got, and then we'll move on. He also wants me to look up Wolverine number 145. I don't know what that is. Can I assume it's the ongoing, Wolverine's first ongoing? Dude, there's so many Wolverine books. One for Nabisco variant, 9.8. Oh, okay, here it is. Holy crap. That is a $1,200 book. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on in the chat real quick, just because I know I've been spending a lot of time looking at Rag stuff. Uh, Shout out to everybody. Thanatos. Thanatos, I'll get to you eventually, my friend. CGC fan in the house. What's up, man? CGC, I know you sent me some stuff, man, but I can't recall where I put it. If you got something, man, let me know. EXILESTATE's in the house. What's up, Justin? Steven Oates, how you doing, my friend? Let me see here. Yeah, so you guys know about the variant stuff more than I do. All right, so anyways, Rag wanted me to look up that Wolverine 145 Nabisco. Golly, man, what does that look like? What does that? I'm just curious. Like, what does that look like? What does 1,000? Oh, this book, but that's not the. Oh, it's a mail away. Holy crap! Yo, how many of you guys did this back in the day? You sent out for the mail aways, like the wizard. Remember the wizard halves? Dang, who would have thought a mail away would have gotten that much money? Oh my gosh. So that's what $1,000 Nabisco variant mail away looks like. Goodness gracious. I mean, it's really cool. I like the cover. Huh. Okay. Well, there you go. Rag, you're looking at about the last 90-day average is $1,600. The last sale was 12, but it still has about a $1,600 average for that book. He also wants me to look up one last book, Venom Lethal Protector #1, The Black Error. That's a good book. I wish I had that book, but I got the gold, but I just don't have the Black Error cover. And a 9.8. That is a $1,700 book. It's gone down a little bit. My goodness, man. I think it went down because there's just not that many of them out there. And people, it's like people are not looking for that book all the time. So when one does pop up on eBay or whatever the case may be, I think very few people are actually looking for it. So when it sells for, 1,200, 1,500, whatever the case may be. But still, average, it's still a $1,700 book. But man, that book sold for as high as $2,600 at one time. My goodness, that's a lot of money for a variant. Dang, for me, if I had that kind of money, I'd have to. I mean, I might keep it, but I'd be more inclined to sell it and get like a high grade Hulk 181 or something. I don't know. That's just me. I don't have a Hulk 181, so that's just kind of where my mind drifts off to. But there you go, Rag. Those are some expensive books, bro. If you got any of those, man, you're awesome. All right, let me go ahead and see in the chat what's going on because I know guys got some stuff they wanted me to look up. Um, he is still the best at what he does, isn't he, Justin? Uh, all right, let me. Who was first? Fading Out said. Fading Out. What did Fading Out say? He wanted me to look up Secret Wars number 89.6. I want to say it's about $115 book. Let me see if I'm right. He says 9.6. Hey, am I right or am I right? That is an average $118 book. The last one sold for $129, but that is a $118 book on average, and it keeps going up. And we're not even finished with this year. Last year had an average of about, looks like about, had a high of 136, but man, good book. I got like 3 9.8s. I'm just curious real quick. I want to see what those are going for. About a $200 book. Nice. All right. So there you go. Fating out. What else? Thanatos says, can't watch now, but was hoping you'd check GPA San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2. Oh, the first appearance of Hellboy. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Man, I'd love to have that book, but man, I do not want to pay what people are asking for. He says 9.2 and higher. That book isn't as high as what I thought it would be. Even a 9.8, it's only like a $480 book. I'll go to 9.8 and then I'll go to a 9.2. 9.2, I would put it at about a $200 book, even though they have an average of it as 125. I don't know, maybe 200, but there's not many of them that sold at a 9.2, so it kind of has an average of about 125. 9.4 has an average of about 180. 9.6 has an average of about 287, and then a 9.8 has an average here of about 480. So, I don't know, man. I would think that the first appearance of Hellboy would be worth more. Now, I do know that they're doing a Hellboy reboot, so we'll see what that movie does for a book like this. But, excuse me, it's a $480 book. First appearance of Hellboy. So there you go, Thanatos. Let me see what else you guys want me to look up. Batman 24 black and white variants. What is that? That's got to be a New 52, right? Is that a New 52 book? Black and white variant. Oh my gosh. Oh, man, you want me to look this up? It's so new. I don't know. They'll probably have something in GPA on it, but and you're talking about Rebirth. So let me see here. Check something real quick. Hello. Can you guys still hear me? Sorry about that. Okay. It's got to be Rebirth. So what? Man, what's up with all these Batmans, man? For it's got to be this one. Okay, so according to this, number 24, volume 1, which is it has to be Rebirth. Although it says 2017. Let me see something. Let me look at 2017. Let me just see. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I had the right one. Okay, so as far as black and white variants are concerned, this is the only thing that it's recording, and it's like a $60 book at a 9.8. It's gone up. It's only gone up, but I just don't think there's a lot of demand, a lot of them being sold out there. So that's why it only has about a $60 value GPA. So there you go, CGC. That's all I got for you, bro. And then I got a San Diego Comic-Con Star Wars variant number 3. Oh, limited to 5,000. I'm not sure if you want me to look that up or if you're just telling me, because I need a GPA, bro. I need like a grade that you want me to look up, if that's what you want me to look up, Steven. So anyways, until I figure out what Stephen Oates wants, a couple things I want to talk about that I've been looking at original comic art. Now, I don't know if a lot of people out there like original comic art. I know it gets really expensive, but I've been spending a lot of time over on Comic Link, and a lot of people come over here to Comic Link because of the original comic art. Now, I know you can go to Heritage Auction, but I think Heritage Auction is just too ridiculously expensive because you have to pay, I think it's 20 or 30% on top of your maximum bid, which is some kind of fee. I can't remember because I've never really tried to bid on anything from Heritage, but Heritage is like your number one pop culture auction site. It's ridiculous, but I've been spending a lot of time over on Comic Link, and one of the things I wanted to point out, show you guys, is they have some pretty reasonable auctions. Now, it's a very broad range of stuff. Right here is a really, really nice Jim Lee page from Superman 215 with Jim Lee and the I forget that writer's name, where Jim Lee kind of made a comeback from Image. But man, this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous page. I mean, Jim Lee's artwork is just ridiculous. Really nice Superman page. There is 17 days left, and it's already at $1,600. The guy has a reserve on it, but I don't know what he expects to get for it. But I always tell people, if you have a hot artist, a hot artwork, don't put a reserve on it, because reserves, in my opinion, push people away, because the first thing that they get in their mind is that you automatically want too much for something. And I think 90% of people who have reserves on stuff never sell. So that's just a gorgeous, gorgeous page. This is the other one that I like from Jim Lee. Batman. Actually, what is this? Justice League? Justice League 5, page 12. Really, really nice stuff here. I think this is from the New 52. Jim Lee and his wavy hair. But just another gorgeous, gorgeous page. And then the last Jim Lee page that I was kind of looking at is this Batman one. This is really nice. What is this from? All-Star Batman and Robin, number 6, page 17. Really, really nice stuff here. Man. Is that Scott Hanna? Who did that? Was that Scott Hanna? Oh, Scott Williams. Oh, duh. Really, really nice art right here. Oh, Rogue 121 says 90% buyer's premium added. That sounds about right. Stephen Oates, they don't have a 9.7, bro. What do you mean, like a 9.8 maybe? Okay. I'll look that up for you. But I just wanted to talk about the original art a little bit, just because I just love the artwork. That's pretty much why I've gotten into comic books. It isn't so much the story, it's the visuals, the art. Absolutely love it. I have a few pages, but I would love to get more, just because it's just so beautiful, but I just don't have the money for it. Let me see here. He said, I'll see if I can look this up, man. Star Wars number 3. I don't know if I can look this up, Stephen Oates. I mean, let me look up Star Wars number 3. Let me just look that up. Let's look up Star Wars, because I don't think it's going to be under San Diego. All right, Star Wars number 3. Let's go right here. This has to be it. Mile High Comics Edition, Action Figure Edition. It's giving me variants, but I don't know what variant it is. That's why I said you guys got to be very specific, because there's just too many variants out there. This looks like it might be it. Is this it? No. Well, oh, 33. You got to be talking about number 33, man. Because there is no, this right here is the limited to 5,000 variant. Okay, so Star Wars number 33, not number 3. And it only goes to number 31. Let me see if it's in a different year. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let me see. What does it say? It just says number 30. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is, Stephen Oates. Okay, so when I go to 2015, when Star Wars started coming out with Marvel, the reason why there's no number 33 is because none of them have been sold at a CGC. So GPA only records actual sales. So the reason why it only goes to 31 is because none of them have been sold in a slab. And they definitely haven't been sold in a slab at a 9.8. So I can't look it up because there's nothing recorded. If you want, Stephen, use your best bet on something like this would probably maybe be eBay, but even still, GPA records data and sales from eBay as well, and there's just not any there. So I don't really have anything to show you at this point. There's not any of them being sold. So let me see what else is going on in the chat. Okay, so it's a very new exclusive, is what he says. What's up, Otaku Dan? Otaku Dan is in the house. What's up, Jesse? Jesse's in the house. Want to thank everybody for watching. Give a thumbs up if you don't mind. If you guys are able to, I'd really appreciate it. I'll look, Jason. I don't think that Comics MV would have it. but you know, we can check real quick. Star Wars. Yeah, no, Comics MV doesn't even have it. They only have a record all the way up to number 11. So I can't even get anything from Comics MV. So, which I didn't think they were going to have it because GPA is a little bit up on Comics MV as far as recorded sales. But you know, you get what you pay for. That's what you get for a service that you have to pay for. So, anyways, until I get something else from somebody else. More original comic art. Check this out. Amazing Spider-Man 257. This is early black costume and early appearance of the Puma. Look at this page, man. Gorgeous stuff. I actually have this issue where the Puma scratches his back and then the alien suit pretty much just heals itself. You guys can have this page. 17 days left. There's a $2,400 current bid, increments of $100. Wow. I want to say this will probably end at probably $8,000. I think in 17 days, this page is going to go for about $8,000. That is crazy. Check this out. John Romita. Amazing Spider-Man number 68. Early Kingpin appearance from John Romita. Look at that. Gorgeous page. $17 days left. Currently at $6,600. John Romita, a much better artist than his son. Yo, John Romita Jr. gets a lot of flack, man. I don't think there's I still have yet to meet 3 people that like John Romita Jr.'s artwork. Look at this. This will be the last Spider-Man I show. Look at this cover. Web of Spider-Man number 35. The original cover. I would love to have this. The original cover art. 17 days left at $4,700. And the guy has a reserve on it. So he probably wants like $10,000 for it. Which if I had it, I probably wouldn't take less than $10,000 for it. But man, $4,700 current bid. That is gorgeous. All right. Here's some X-Force, original X-Force art. I actually like this page. There's no Deadpool. There's no Cable on it, but it's early Rob Liefeld artwork. I think that page is gorgeous. I think Liefeld spent a lot of time putting in detail to his early stuff. That looks like Farrell and Saran. I forget his name. Really cool characters. This one's pretty affordable, but the current bid is $950. What about this cover? You guys, I know a lot of you guys have seen this cover. Uncanny X-Force number 1 variant. It's for sale. Liefeld with his ridiculously large biceps on Wolverine. But I've seen this not too long ago. Current bid $2,100. Man, $2,100. What is that? Psylocke, Deadpool, Wolverine. Was that Phantom X, Archangel? Craziness. $2,100 currently. 17 days left. Wow. Sea Saver in the house. What do I think about ASM 129? I'll look it up real quick. Amazing Spider-Man 129. I think I looked that up last week, right? It's a popular book. 129 and 9.2. It's a $2,000 book. And it's still going up. And it's still going up. That's one of those books that I think will continue to go up, or at least hold strong, even if there wasn't any kind of Netflix Punisher appearances. But that's a $2,000 book. That's a strong book. I'm not a Punisher fan. I mean, I'd like to have the book, but I'm not a fan to the point where I'm going to spend that kind of money on it. But if one came across my way at a reasonable price, I'd definitely pick it up. So there you go, C. Shaver. Jason Jenkins says X-Men #4 directed the first appearance of Omega Red. It's not going to be a strong book. I'm just going to guess it's like a $50 book. I thought I'd be able to find that much quicker than that. What is that, like 1990, 1991? Come on. Really? That's Jim Lee. I know what you're asking for, Jason. I know what you want me to look up because I have that book. I got about 5 of them. I like Omega Red, man. I think Omega Red's a solid character. I think it should definitely be a villain in a Wolverine or at least a X-Men film. Come on, man. Where's the X-Men at? Here we go. X-Men, 1991. #4. I had a chance to get a 9.8 for like 40 or 50 bucks, but I didn't grab it just because the way that it was slabbed, the pages were fanned out. And even though it was a 9.8, I just didn't like how it looked. But he wanted me to look up a 9.4. I don't think the edition matters here. And yeah, I was right. Actually, even cheaper than what I expected. That's like a $26 book, and it keeps going down. The book peaked out at $62 at one point 2 years ago. But it just keeps going down. Even with more sold in 2016, it only sold for a high of 50 bucks. So until you get some kind of movie announcement, that's just not a book that's going to be in demand right now. Even a 9.8, what's a 9.8 go for? Yeah, even a 9.8, it's a $60 book. It did go for $100 at one point this year, but average wise, it's like a $60 book. Dang, that's crazy. Value still going. Yeah. Chris, value is going to continue to rise. Wolverine skipping leg day. Otaku Dan wants me to look up X-Men 101 9.2. What is that? First Phoenix? I don't think it's, yeah, so it's got to be the X-Men. Here we go. Wait, no. Right here. Number 101. He said a 9.2. Wow, strong book. $430 average. Let me see here. Yep. Continues to rise, holds strong at $400 and averages about 430. Even though one did sell for 461, it's still going to hold about a $430 average at this point. That's a good book to have, man. I'd love to have a raw copy, but I think that LCSs ask too much for this book. I think it's pretty much, I think it's in demand too. Let's see what the demand is. Let's go to Comics MV. Let's see what the demand and the availability is for that book. Because I'm curious. I'm just curious now. If they have it. Uncanny X-Men. Why am I not seeing it? Uncanny X-Men 2011. I don't want 2011. TVWX. Let's see if it's in the X-Men. It's got to be here. Yeah, it's in the X-Men issue 101. Let's look it up. And a 9.2. Date range, we'll say all time. Choose grade. Let's go to a 9.2. Okay, so here we go. The market activity. The market availability is pretty strong for this type of book. And the demand, of course, is going to be high. I think the demand for this book is going to always be high, but I think I was more curious about the availability of this book. And the availability is strong. I mean, so there's no shortage of Uncanny X-Men's number 101. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I'm going to look up a couple more books, and we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching. It's our return from Hurricane Harvey. And yeah, just thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Ruben Sanchez says, can I look up Uncanny X-Men number 133, 9.2? I sure can. He said 133. 133. I don't even know what is that? Is that like a first appearance of somebody? He said in a 9.2. That is about a $30 or $40 book. But 133. Who is that? Oh, I've seen that cover before. Yeah, I know what book that is. All right. So yeah, it's not a very expensive book. It's like a average. It's going to be like a $30 or $40 book. So that's about it. Sanchez. Batpool says, will never buy CDC books on eBay. I just buy raw books and then send to CDC to get graded. I agree. Buying books, CGC books on eBay, you're paying a premium. You're paying the market value of most books, especially a hot book. Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you be looking for a hot book on eBay? Everybody's it's you might as well go to a con and pay what dealers ask for at a con, because that's gonna be close to what people are gonna ask for on eBay. You know, people are gonna always ask for more than what you want to pay for a hot book. That's why I always say patience is a virtue. If it's not, you don't need any book. So really, if you just wait for a while, you better get the book that you want at a cheaper price. What's that site, please? This site, Batpool, is GPA. The other one is called Comics MV, Comics Michael Vick. MV like Michael Vick, comicsmv.com. It is a free website. They gather their data from multiple sources, graded live auctions, completed auctions, ungraded live listings, other auctions. I think they pull their information from multiple sources. So Emblem Gaming says he has a lot of Spawn on eBay. You got a lot of Spawn for sale, or what? Just look up comics. Yeah, there you go, Jason. Appreciate that. Oh, he's putting his eBay store out there. You know what? I'll check it out. I need some Spawn books, but I'm not going to pay more than like $2 for each one. The other site for GPA Analysis is something that costs money. Yeah, this site does cost money, guys. GPA costs money. If you get it monthly, it's like $12. I paid for like the year, and it was like $110 for the year. I needed this for the raffles that I do, because some of the Facebook pages that I do raffles on, that you have to have a snapshot of GPA average in order to raffle something off. So I actually had to buy this. Jason Jenkins says, still haven't learned that lesson, Ed, when I have no patience. Buddy tries to warn me all the time, but I have some expensive lessons. That seems to be one of the lessons that people learn the quickest, is anything that affects your pocketbook. So yeah, man, you just gotta you gotta just kind of pull yourself out of the hype, and just have a little patience when looking for something, and when for buying something, because if you don't, man, you're gonna end up going broke. And this is partly why I do this, because I show you guys the average. I'm trying to show you guys what the market looks like for any particular book that you want, because I mean, like, look at this, because you need to know. Let's go back to the 101, for instance. Am I still? Yeah. Okay, so looking at this gauge right here, well, this is a type of. Now let's get a hype book. Let's get what's a good hype book that we can look up that's gone up and down. I'll tell you what. Let's look up Batman Adventures number 12, Harley Quinn. First appearance of Harley Quinn. Great example. Number 12. Let's look up a 9.4. All right. You see all the arrows pointing down already? When Harley Quinn was announced that she was going to be in Suicide Squad back in 2015, look at what this book was sold for: $850. $850. The movie is over with. We haven't gotten any kind of word that Margot Robbie is going to be Harley Quinn in any type of movie anytime soon. There's rumors out there, but nothing confirmed. Look how much that book has dropped. Arrows, all arrows pointing down. Look at this right here. Holy crap. All these arrows are pointing down, people. Now that book is about a $540 average book, which means if you spent $850 on this book, you just lost $300 in value. Now, if there's a movie announcement, Suicide Squad number 2, or Gotham City Sirens, or Harley Quinn, or whatever the case may be, that book will go up. But if you bought this book for $800 or $850 at a 9.4, you lost money. This is what happens with people that get caught up in the hype. You just lost almost at least a good 30, 35%, maybe even 40% of your money. So be smart, guys. Know the market, know when to buy, know when to sell. because there's nothing that you need at any point. Okay. Guys, I think that's going to be it. Let me see what's in the chat real quick before we end this. Bad Pool says he just bought a lot of those Secret Wars issues for 120 and around all of them 9.8, 9.6. I mean, that's probably worth it if you got number 8 in there. I know number 1 is kind of popular as well, but that's probably not a bad price. So let me go ahead and unshare my screen. Okay, there we go. All right. Real quick, thank you guys for watching again. I really appreciate it. Please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget my auction a week from tomorrow. And what else do we got going on? That's it, I think. So keep God first in your life. Enjoy your comic books. And God bless you guys. Till next week. See you later. Have a great weekend, everybody. Don't go to work on Monday. It's Labor Day. Stay at home. Bye.